Hello and welcome to Rick's Gaming. My name's Professor Robert. Today we are diving deeper into binary. And again, anytime I set numbers nicely next to each other, I'm going to use a congruent symbol just so no one's getting confused. 10 can never equal 2. It's just too confusing to put it that way. So we are going to use our congruent symbol. Alright, so let's get started. So I'm going to do some basic stuff first. 1 is obviously 1 because we have that. Oh, I should probably put 0 in there. Oh, and I should quick say this. If you haven't watched my previous video, I'll try and put a link to that video right up here. I'm not sure if it'll work on mobile. I'll try hard though. Alright, so now 2. This is where it gets a little funky. Alright, so 2, now the way you'll write that in binary is 1, 0. And now you may be looking at me saying, hey, Professor Robert, that makes no sense. That's fine. Again, if you ever are getting confused on how to make binary numbers out of base 10, this is how I do it. So we're going to take our 2, and we're going to say, okay, so binary. Okay, so can 2 to the first power go into this? So you look at the highest number you can think of that you can feasibly put into this. So if I said, can 2 squared go into this? Well, 2 squared is 4, and 4 is greater than 2, so that's a no-go. Whoops, that doesn't work. So now we go one less. So 2 to the first is 2. Well, look at that. They are equal to each other, which means all what we're going to have is something in the 2's place. So if you remember, there's the 1's place, the 2's place, the 4's place, and it's just going to keep on going as many places as we need. In this case, we have nothing in the 4's place, something in the 2's place, we have 1 in the 2's place. Can't have higher than 1, because if I had 2 in the 2's place, that would be 2 times 2, which is 4, so then it would go right up here. So there we go, so that's our number 2. So these are congruent. This symbol means the same thing as this symbol. So now for 3, now we'll try and do the same thing using our same basic system. So we're going to say, oh, I've been doing a bunch of calculus recently in school, and we've been using pi, so that was accidental. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing with 3. So we know 3 is less than 4, so let's subtract our 2 from it, because we know there's a 2's place. So that leaves us with 1. So we definitely have something in our 2's place. Right here, we're going to leave that in our 2's place. Now we have 1 left over. So we have our 1's place, and we're going to subtract 1, which gives us 0, which means we have 1 in our 1's place. Now you'll notice that odd numbers are always going to have a 1 in the back, because no multiple of 2 can ever make an odd number equal 0 if you subtract them. That's just how 2 works. It's always going to be even. Alright, so as you see, now we have this symbol here, which is congruent to 3. This is the same thing you would say if you have 3 apples. This is the way you would write it in binary. Alright, so 4, we'll do 4, and then we'll jump up to, let's say 13, just for fun. So let's find 4 quickly. Okay, so 4 is a pretty easy one, because 4 right off the bat we know is a multiple of 2. Because we know that it's 2 to the power of 2. We know that 4 is equal to 2 squared, which is this 3rd place right here. So the way we're going to write 4 is 1, 0, 0. So 4 is congruent. This symbol for 4 is congruent to this symbol of 4. They both mean the same thing. They're just written a little differently. Now we're going to get to the fun one, 13. Now the reason I chose 13 is because it's kind of high, but it's not overly difficult. So we're going to start doing our math here. I'll write out the places first. So we have our 1's place. We have our 2's place. 4's place. If this helps you, do it this way. 8's place, And now the next one would be the 16th place. But if you notice, 13 is less than 16, so now we can get rid of this. If you've been struggling to keep up, this is probably the easiest way to do it. It might take a little longer to write all this out, but this is probably the easiest way to convert. So now we'll start from the top. So we'll do 13 minus 8. Now we know that's equal to 5. And there's 1 in the 8th place. So we know there's a 4 in here. So we're going to subtract 4 for the 4's place to figure out how many, and then we get 1 left after that, which means now we have 1 in the 4's place. Now we're in the 2's place. 1 is less than 2, so we have nothing in the 2's place. And we're in the 1's place. Well, there's 1, 1, and 1. So there we have it. This symbol is the binary symbol for 13. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about binary, leave them in the comments. Next video, I'll do math with binary and show you how even though the symbols are different, the answers are always the same. I'll see you in that next video. Have a good night. Goodbye.